happen. And pleased to be joining us right now here on the Mazda postgame show set is, in fact, J.J. Watt. What are your emotions right now going through those temples of yours right now?
It's very good to get a win. Extremely tired, very, very hard-fought game, dogfight, not pretty at all. But to come out with a win on the road in a tough environment like this is very good.
What has the last 2 weeks been for you and your teammates and everybody around you?
It's been a bit of a whirlwind. It's been a little crazy. It's been inspiring to see everybody step up, to see everybody help out. Last week was a little frustrating on Sunday, obviously not to be able to get the win for our city. But tonight to come out there and play the way we know we can play, it was very nice.
JJ, as the leader on this team, and definitely on the defense, what did you tell you guys coming into this game after last week's effort on defense?
Last week we were very emotional, obviously. It was a home game in front of our home crowd after everything that went on. And we wanted to come out there and win the Super Bowl in the first play for our city. And we were all a little hyped up. We were all a little amped. So this week we just said, let's settle down. Let's play the way we know how to play. Go out there, be tough, be physical, use your technique. And I think that showed through today.
What was your schedule like, JJ, because it's been an unusual couple weeks for anybody, and then you have the game, and then you have a short week in travel. What kind of practices at all did you have? Walkthroughs, and then you come up here emotionally spent, really? And how do you get ready for a game like this?
We did. We had a couple walkthroughs, obviously trying to get your body back. It's been crazy going from West Virginia to New Orleans to Dallas to Houston. But we came out here and we had a mission. Nobody was happy with what happened on Sunday. We had a mission to come out here, and I don't think anybody cared how tired they were. I don't think anybody cared what was going through their mind. All we wanted to do was get a win.
JJ, you had a rookie quarterback, Deshaun Watson, making his first start. What did you tell him before this game?
Just be himself. Go out there, be yourself. I think you saw that on the 49-yard touchdown run. I mean, that's what he gives you. He's not going to be perfect. He's a rookie. It's going to be tough. There's going to be tough times throughout the year. But that's what the defense is for. If they get in a tough spot, we're there to try and pull them out of it. And if you got to win a game 10-9 or 13-9 or whatever you got to do, you got to do it.
But you guys, JJ, you guys have seen, and when we showed it early on the show, a lot of quarterbacks come through here. A lot of quarterbacks come through here. This guy has championship pedigree. He's been there before. He's been in big moments. How do you guys feel having a young Deshaun Watson? Do you feel like now you're settled at that position? Let him have it and let him grow.
I hope so. I've been through 9 of them in the last.
That's what I'm saying. You've been through that. That's the question. I call it the nasty 9. Right.
You get the double digits, it's like, let's go home.
Right.
I mean, I hope we're settled. I'd like to be. And like I said, there's going to be growing pains, but we got to grow with him. We got to go out there and play the game we know how to play and give him as much help as we can. But let him learn along the way.
Do you guys think about that on defense, knowing, hey, we got a young guy on offense, we got a young quarterback. We want to make sure we give him all the help we can. Do you talk amongst yourselves about that on the defense?
I think it's more of giving them a little bit of a break in situations where maybe they go 3 and out and you can't get frustrated. You just go out there and we'll say, okay, let's give them the ball back, give them another shot. And then they score the big touchdown before the half, and then they come out down here and drive the ball down the field to get that field goal at the end, which was huge. So you work your way through it all as a team.
So for those who might not have heard how your fundraising efforts started, okay, because you've told your story many times, I believe, in various news outlets over the last couple of weeks. What made you sit down and say, you know what, I'm going to take some time here and try and raise $200,000, I think was the first figure that you plucked out of the air, right?
Yeah, well, we were in Dallas, and we couldn't get back to Houston, and we're watching the storm hit, and we're watching, I'm seeing flooding. I don't know what's happening. I'm seeing flooding of streets that I drive down every day to get to work. I'm seeing people out helping, and we can't do anything. So I figured, okay, what's the best way I can use my platform to help out this situation? And that was to raise money. And obviously, from $200,000 to where we are today is a very, very long way. And I think that's just a testament to the people around the world.
And you're at $33.79 million, JJ, which is an absurd figure based on how it started. If we can try and get the dollars even more up, is there one story of somebody that you came across in the Houston area over the last week or so that you want to just mention, just something that touched you in a way that we might not have already known about at all?
I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily one story. It's just how many stories were so close to me. It was the cafeteria workers at our stadium who help serve our food every single day, and one lost her whole house and her car, and the other one lost her house. It's teammates who had 2 feet of water in their house when we got home, or their family had to be evacuated out of their house. The street over from my street was an evacuation zone, and people still can't be in their houses there. So it's just how close it hits the home. I've seen all these types of disasters on TV before, and you feel terrible for the people, but then there's an entire new level of it hitting home when it's literally your next door neighbors.
So you have some time off before your next game. You've raised over $30 million. What's your plan over the next, I guess, 10 days or so for these people in Houston?
Yeah, so this next couple days is very big. We're stopping the fundraising on Friday at 5 p.m. to make sure that we can figure out exactly what we're going to do. We've already been in the process of that. I'm meeting with organizations and people that are in Houston because we're trying to make sure the money stays in Houston and the surrounding areas, and it goes directly to the people, not to overhead costs. So I'm working with organizations, and I'm going to get the best organizations in each category that I want to help. Things like rebuilding houses, things like food, things like schools for the kids, making sure that we take care of all these different areas. And you got to understand, this is a over $100 billion recovery project. $33 million is an incredible amount of money, but we're not going to be able to help every single person. So I'm trying to make sure that $33 million helps as many as it possibly can.
Yeah.
You are going to cut it off on the 15th, but people will still want to give, right?
Right, yes.
So how do you deal with that the entire fall, because the recovery will be lengthy?
No question. And we're going to direct people to other places that they can give some of the other efforts that we're going to be giving to, whether it's an organization like Team Rubicon or it's the St. Bernard Project, places that have people already in Houston helping rebuild homes, helping rebuild lives. We'll make sure we direct them to that.
JJ, you do a great job. You raise the money, and you can help them build things, the material things and everything, but also your presence. Talk to me about what that feeling is when they look up and see a guy that they've admired come in the door like a J.J. Watt. Yeah, we're to help build material things, but you're also lifting spirits.
Yeah, I think that's what's one of the crazy parts about being an athlete. You don't even realize how many lives you affect. And when my teammates and I went out a Sunday ago to hand out boxes of food and supplies to people, some of them are more excited just to have it smile, to have that moment with one of the guys as they were to get the box.
Amazing,
and so if you can do that, and our guys have been unbelievable about going out into the community, just lifting people's spirits. And it's silly to say because this is just a game, but wins go a long way. And so tonight was really good for us.
And let's give a shout out to your brother balling out in his first game for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's tell him to slow down a little bit, huh?
He's trying to be the lead one in the family.
I looked at the headlines after last week's game, and I was clicking around, and I saw Watt has a historic game, and I'm like, I played like crap.
JJ, he's the new pride of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Right. You know that.
I know. I'm like, golly, man.
Yeah, 2 sacks and an interception in the same game coming out of the game.
That must be incredible to see that about your younger brother. It must is such a sense of pride.
It is. It's crazy. And then obviously Derek out with the Chargers. Yeah, I mean,
they can't just put Watt anymore.
No, they got to put which team they play for.
Awesome.
We're pretty good. He's going to buy some dinners pretty soon, so don't worry.
So you see the website that's right there on the screen. And then just follow you on Twitter at JJ Watt as well for all the latest information. I mean, that is an incredible amount of money that you raised, just starting with a simple idea, and it just blossomed from, as I mentioned earlier, mom and pop, Joe and Jane Sixpack, Ellen DeGeneres and Jimmy Fallon, and big wig businesses down in the Houston area all chiming in because you got it started. So congratulations on that, JJ.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Congrats on the win. Thanks for stopping by here. That's JJ Watt here on our post-game show here from Cincinnati.